Welcome back to Mr. Sheplack's class. This is Chapter 3, Lesson 1. We'll be covering integers and absolute value. It's a fairly short lesson. Should only take a few minutes to get through. We'll start with the vocabulary for this lesson, where we have integer. Now, integer is any number from this set listed above. So that includes numbers like -4, -3, 1, 2. It's any number that doesn't have a decimal or fraction associated with it. Could be positive or negative. So if we were to put these numbers on a number line, anything to the left of 0 are negative integers. Anything to the right of 0 are positive integers, where 0 is just 0. It's neither negative or positive. So next part, we have absolute value. Absolute value are numbers that are the same distance from 0 on a number line. Now if we look at -3, these two lines on the side of -3 are saying that we need to find the absolute value of -3. So -3 right here on the number line is 3 units away from 0. So the absolute value is 3. If we look at 3 on the number line, 3 is still 3 units away from 0. So the absolute value of 3 is also 3. A lot of people get confused and think the absolute value is the opposite. That is not true. It is how far that number is away from 0. So you may see problems that come out like the absolute value of -7 minus 5. To solve that, we'll find the absolute value first. So the absolute value of -7 would be 7. Subtract 5. And 7 minus 5 is, of course, 2. So your answer would be 2. You may see a question like, write an integer for each situation. So if I say I have a deposit of $16, would that integer be a positive or negative integer? Well, a deposit means we're putting in money, we're adding money, so that would be a positive 16. If I have a loss of 11 yards in a football game, I'm losing 11, so my integer would be -11. So that's it for Chapter 3, Lesson 1 on integers and absolute value. Like I said, very short, very simple. I recommend you watch this before moving on to the next lesson. Have a great day.